Hello everybody, my name is Andrea Sharpenstein and I will be your instructor for this course. So if you have made it here today, it means you've already clicked on the Student Start Here course information to find the introductory video. This video is so you can familiarize yourself a little bit with the course and navigation, what to expect, syllabus overview, course schedule, etc., etc. So for any student help and reference that you need, any extra information, tutoring, this first module tab will be for you. So just read through that as you go. I won't click on everything individually. You can do that from your own leisure. Course overview tells you a little bit of the course description, what we're going to do. This is a lecture with a lab, so it will be a little bit more task-oriented. We have several modules to cover, and because it is only in the bi-term semester, we are expected to cover everything, so it will be a little bit fast-paced with a lot of content for you guys to prepare yourselves for. Instructor information, here you can find my information, how to email me. My preferred communication method is via email. Please don't send me Blackboard messages. I will do my best to respond to you within 48 hours. Intro video, of course, I've already mentioned that you guys have made it here since you're watching this. Course syllabus. So this is the holy grail of this course. It gives the expectations, course schedule, required textbooks and materials, which will be online publisher. The prereq to this course, of course, is Human Anatomy and Phys 1. Got our technology statement, withdrawal policy, accessibility, grades. Okay, so everything in this course will be due a minute before midnight on the dates set forth over here by this course schedule. So right now the color code here is if it's in blue, it's due in Blackboard. If it's in red, it's due in our online publisher Connect, which will open and we'll look through. Point values, due dates, so there should be no confusion. Everything will be due by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are in Eastern Standard Time, of course, it'll show an hour after that on the next day. So please understand that all of our due dates are in Central Standard Time. So the course overview in terms of modules are that each week we will be doing more than one module to make sure that we cover all the content that's needed in Anatomy 2. So for example, week 3 we'll have modules 4 and 5 and everything that's expected of you to look through, read through, and assignments to complete. So you'll just scroll through that, read everything. This is going to be your best friend. The only tests that we have in this course in the 8-week bi-term are going to be 2 final exams. Why are there 2 final exams? One is the practical, which is over everything that's required in terms of lab. So if we were taking this in person, you would have a lab practical to take with naming structures, locations, functions, or conditions. And then we will have a lecture final exam as well. So in person, same thing. There are bonus labs that you can complete. So this is going to be your only method of gaining any sort of extra credit. These bonus labs, there are several for you to do, and each one you can get up to 3 points on, which will end up tallying to several extra credit points, which will definitely help you if you miss an assignment or something like that. So I do not allow late work. If we were taking this lecture live in person, it's the second week. I would not go back and catch you up on what you missed the first week. So the way that I run online courses is the same way. Late work is not accepted. There is extra credit opportunity to supplement something if you happen to miss. If you are caught up on the entire course and you do extra credit, you are setting yourself up for success. So please make sure that you are going through our course schedule and completing everything in a timely manner. There are several points allotted in this course that, as long as you are staying up to date, you should should do relatively well. Now we do have proctored quizzes and proctored exams, so you will need to download Proctorio. But before I talk about that, you will have a discussion board assignment due our 7th week. Details are there. It's 100 points total, so please read over the instructions for that in our week 7 section, which is going to be right here, module 13, research discussion board. So if you click on that, it will set forth all of the expectations and what you need to do, including citations. You must cite all of your work because plagiarism is not tolerated and will result in a 0. So let's go back up here. So Proctorio. You want to read through class resources plus Proctorio how-to. This is going to give you an idea of how test taking is going to be in this class. It is monitored, so definitely read through everything, the testing guidelines, how to install, access, the testing environment, technical aspects, everything that you need to do before taking the test, any sort of troubleshooting, just to get yourself prepared so that nothing drastic happens while you're trying to take a quiz or a test in this course. After your first one, you'll kind of get the entire grasp. There is a practice test for Proctorio right here that you can take several times until the due date, which is right here, and it's in your course schedule. So definitely click on the practice test to familiarize yourself and kind of get used to how testing is going to be. Here's some more research discussion board guidelines that you can read through to see what the expectations are for our week 7 100-point discussion board assignment. Okay, so most of our work is going to be in virtual labs and Connect material. So what you would do there, for example, for our first virtual lab, you would click on it. It would open another tab to take you to our learning module where you would start your lab. Okay, so what you didn't see off screen is I went into student view in that second delay. So this is what you would see whenever you would go into our Connect material. So McGraw-Hill is the publisher that we use for this class. And our first lab that we're going to do is the first virtual lab. So you would click on it to begin. You have unlimited attempts to take this until the due date, and your highest grade is the one that gets counted. So you would read over key concepts, the overview of the simulation, and then before you begin, it'll give you some tips and tricks on what to do. And then you would continue on to the lab simulation. So the biggest piece here in terms of completing this successfully is reading all of the steps. So go step by step. Don't try to skip a step. If you try to skip a step, it will not make it very easy for you, and you will get stuck, and you will email me and you'll say, why can't I do this? And it'll turn out that you just missed one tiny step in the list of directions that you're supposed to do. So that's the only thing there. Just make sure that you're reading everything very concisely and that you're going through the steps as you should go. You can always reset the lab. You can take notes here. Lab data, it'll ask you to type some things in as you're collecting data throughout the tutorials, and then methods are right there. And then you would go to phase 2 after you're done with this phase. So we'll go back to here, and that's pretty much what you will do module per module. Our official module 1, you can click on the module overview. It'll tell you kind of what we're doing. So our module overview here is over the endocrine system, how hormones produce, respond to, and control temperature in the body, for example. What you'll be expected to learn here, how you'll demonstrate competency, our objectives, and a quick overview of how much study time it would take to complete this. Endocrine lectures. Here you can find PowerPoint lectures and recordings over these PowerPoint lectures for a little bit of extra note taking. You can also, if you like reading the textbook better, click on any one of these and it can take you to our virtual textbook. Here's an endocrine chart key that you can look through to kind of help you learn everything required. I won't read through this. You have this available to you. Just go through and kind of read through these notes. Try and learn as best as you can. Quick quiz note, what to expect from the quizzes, lecture notes, and then same thing. And then same thing here. If you did want to read the chapter notes, you would just go into the Connect homepage, and here's our textbook for lecture and for lab that you can click on and go wherever, whatever chapter you would like to go to. And this again is supplemental material. I would encourage you to read these chapters one by one, watch the lecture videos, and go through the PowerPoints. That is going to be the best way that you learn without trying to memorize everything. So definitely read, watch the lecture videos, work through the PowerPoints, use all the keys and everything at your disposal. So let's go back here, and that's pretty much what's expected of you. I would definitely encourage you to stay on top of work. The due dates are just the final day that an item is due, whether it's a quiz, study guide. The study guides are for points too, so definitely complete those. Whether it's lab, lecture work, anything, definitely stay ahead. Don't try and do everything in one day, especially a couple hours before it's due, because Murphy's Law states anything that can go wrong will go wrong in that time, and late work is not accepted, and there's no makeup work. So I would encourage you to stay a few days ahead of schedule so that if anything does happen, you can email me, at which point if something does close, I can reopen it for you before the due date, which it shouldn't. You should be able to take all of these labs over and over again. The lecture quiz you will only have one shot at, but the study guide you can take several times. And I'll be able to answer any questions, but if it's the last minute, you're doing this on a Sunday right before it's due, I probably will not get back to you until that Monday, at which point you won't get your questions answered. So I will definitely encourage you to stay ahead of each task. Now, there is a lot of content, as I've said, so definitely plan out your weekly schedule, how you're going to attack these. Module 15 has all of our bonus virtual labs, so if you do scroll all the way down, you'll see all of the bonus items, and you do have until this date right here and time to finish any of our bonus items that are available if you're interested in getting any extra credit. If not, these are not required. It's just extra point boosters should you choose to complete those. So that is all I have for this intro video. If you do have any questions, please read through the syllabus, read through the assignment due dates, go through this course, watch the intro video. And if none of those answers are there, then please don't hesitate to email me. I will respond to emails within 2 business days. Please don't send me any Blackboard messages. And before I forget, your syllabus acknowledgement quiz is the quiz you have to take by Thursday at midnight to stay in this course. If you do not, you will be withdrawn from this course as a no-show, and you will not have a chance to be let in later. So you'd have to enroll in this course at a different time, different semester. Syllabus acknowledgement has 1 question. Very fast, very easy. Read through it, answer it correctly. You'll stay in this course. Syllabus quiz, everybody's required to get 100% on. So definitely read through the syllabus quiz so that you can answer each question accurately. This quiz is there to ensure that you did read the course syllabus and that you do understand everything that is expected.